Samarpana also comes automatically when the tapa takes place, when the tapa takes place, tapasya to the upasana murti by the upasak takes place. That is a tapasya. When the tapasya takes place, what happens inside us? In the inside us, our attachment to the Panchabhutas gets relieved. So what is that? Samarpanam, which is known as the Vairagya. And we do the renunciation, and that automatically this comes. And this renunciation happens, and then we go into the absolute, the layam to the Upasana Murti, which is known as the absolute Vaishvanaram and absolute Jnanam. When you reach the absolute Jnanam and Vaishvanaram, the traveling takes place automatically to the Parabrahman. Because there the circulation, when you become that Vaishvanaram and the Jnanam, the circulation automatically gets into the Purusha, that's all. You are in that field again. So when the layam takes place, automatically, that's all. This is why for others, he said, understand this, learn this, be an upasak. That is why Chandogya Upanishad has taken the status of transition from the material to the Brahman. And whereas the Brihadaranyaka talks only about the, that's the difference. So Chandogya, from here to there, it takes Brihadaranya, only on that he discusses, nothing other than that. That's why I did not take Brihadaranya before Chandogya. It is kept. Don't know when we can take that. We should be deciding that. No, we should be talking only the beyond the Akasha at that point of time. Is how an upasak can evoke what one has to very clearly, concept should be absolutely clear. Otherwise one cannot do it. That's why a lot of explanation is necessary in this. If I had not told you all these examples and explanations, is it possible to understand this layam? Is it possible to understand the sankalpa? Is it possible to understand the Vaishvanaram, the agni? Agni we always thought, even me, to be honest. Whenever agni comes, we see a fire burning. Firewood also I see inside that. Not only the burning, inside firewood is kept like this. I always see that. Because that's only we know. Agni, the Parama Agni, who is a creator, is that. That's called the Brahman. We divided Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara and all that like this only. What is creator? Creator is Agni only. Agni is the creator. Vaishvanaram is the creator. Evoke that Vaishvanaram. Why? Because this was the replica of the Paramatma to the Jivatma in the first stage. In the second creation and the third creation it has been changed. So from the third creation we go to second creation to first creation, and we are exactly same as the Vaishvanaram. There is no difference, absolutely right. But there is a difference. But there is a difference. Only when you evoked your Vaishvanaram inside you, when you become that status, then there is no difference. That is what you should do, is what Upanishad says. That's called walking in the spiritual path, not anything else. Not creating magics, not creating mesmerism, not creating other things. Siddhi is that. And the purpose of tapasya is that. Purpose of upasana is that. And that is what Adi Shankaracharya has also told in his kritis, number of kritis he has, starting from normal life, material life to even how it how one should lead the, I always tell this, no, how one should lead. I am not against, not I, Shastra, the Vedas and Shastras and Upanishads are never against the living that we are leading the life. No, never against it. Have your life, be born, enjoy the house, enjoy the sari, enjoy the food, enjoy that what you have. Get married, have children, have responsibilities, fulfill it, everything is okay. Everything is okay. No, nothing against that. None of our Shastras say against it, but only thing he says, that is what in Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, Adi Mahaguru has written in one of his books. Let me find out what is it. am not getting the name. I have to get that also. In that it is written. Everything is written. Like I have explained you in the Acharam, how the Namakaranam and this one is done. Everything is, rituals have been done. They are all based on that. They are all based on that. How the Upanayanam, how the Namakaranam, how the Annaprashanam, how the Mundanam, and everything is done. They are all certain purposes. Acharam, even though it is an acharam, there is a purpose. You live like that, no problem. But what happens? When you live like that, you should live like the brahmacharis who have been trained by the vaishvanara. That's all what he says. Rest all you do. Because they are necessary. According to karma bala, exhausting of karma bala, or you are helping others to exhaust the karma bala. There are so many incarnations, Maharishis, Tapasvis. What are they doing? Not only they don't have any karmas, they are helping others to execute their karma balas. Yes. Maharishi, Ravan's father, got married to an Asura Kanya. What is his name? Vishrava. Got married to an Asura Kanya. Had the children in him. Do you think that he doesn't know? He is an emotional, what is that, substance. Maharishi, who is a tapasvi, who is a jnani, who has created diamonds. Who is the one? First created diamonds from the atmosphere in 41 days' time. Who is the one who said that you can create replica of yourself? That's how Ravan learned that, and he created 10 faces. The number of chants you do, each face will come. Number of chants you do, each face will go in. This is how he has done that. You can multiply yourself, that he has invented. These are all done by him, experiments and experiences. He's a great Maharishi Tapasvi. Does he not know that he is married to an Asura Kanya? Can we believe it? Does he not know that these are the children I am going to have from them? Then why did he do it? Why did he do it? Because of the Papa Mukti from that Asura Kanya, first of all. Her karmas have to be completed with the Punyatma. Ravana's karmas have to be completed with the Punyatma. He has to become a jnani. He should not be deprived of it. Why? Because the Sanadis, Sanat Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, Sanati Kumaras, when they were in the Mahavishnu's entering the Loka, this Jaya Vijay was the Dwarapalagas. They were cursed because of they did not allow them to go in. It's a story. So Ravana is the Jaya Vijay, one of Jaya. Kumbhakarna is Vijaya. Jaya and Vijaya. So Jaya and Vijaya has been born as Asuras in order to go through that experiencing the three Janmas. They are supposed to take the Asuric Janma. Like this another Janma is that Hiranyakashipu is the another Janma. And in this Janma it is Ravana. So Ravana has been born. So he has to be born. Who will bring him? Actually, he is a Dwarapalaka and is a Jnani, because Mahavishnu's Dwarapalaka is an absolute Jnani. Otherwise, how can he be a Dwarapalaka of Mahavishnu? Okay. It's not a watchman, don't think like that. No, it's a great Jnanis. No. So he has to be born. But he has to undergo his punishment also. Because Sanagadis have already cursed. The curse has to be kept up. But he cannot live as a normal person. Because he is Jay. See Hiranyakashipu, he was always a prominent leader and he was always living in a great honor. But he had the problem also. He has to be like that. You see, so they cannot be put down to a small, ordinary laborer. No, it cannot be done like that. So Ravana has to be brought in. Kumbhakarna Vibhishana has to be brought in for the purpose of these things. Coordination. Who will create such wonderful creation in order to perfect the world in order for the perfection of the world? Only a great Maharshi can do it, So Tapasvi took the responsibility of making that. It's not for the pleasures of marrying a Asura Kanya and enjoying the life. No, it is not meant for that. That's why our Shastras are greatly wonderful. It's not the purpose of any personal pleasures that he has done. He has a purpose behind it. Asura Kanya, even though she has done, she is an Asura Kanya, she got the mukti because she has been the wife of the Maharshi. Naturally, it happens. This is how it has been done. So for everything, what happened? Now, such Maharishis, what I am trying to tell you, so those incarnations are what they do is meant for uplifting the others who had the Papa Karmas burden on them. Somehow they have created a good thought in them, but unfortunately they are unable to come out of it. So have to be helped. So what happens? Such Punyatmas take over the responsibility of them. Give them mukti by association with them. So it's also a tapasya only, but they have to have a tapa. Even though she was an Asura Kanya, she was very honest to Maharshi. She was a absolute pativrata. Even though she was Asura Kanya, during the stay with the Maharshi, she was a pativrata. She followed all the pativrityam of the ashram. She followed all the niyama of the niyama of the ashram. She followed every discipline of the ashram. She did not violate anything. Even when she wanted to send Ravana to their uncle and grandfather and things like that, she talked to him that if you permit me only I will send it, otherwise I will not send it. He said let him go. Why? Because he knew he has to get into that ultimately. And using this jnanam, utilizing as I told you, using the jnanam, utilize the karma bhala, using the jnanam to execute the karma bhala, he has to experience it and come out of it. Is why he said, okay, let him go. But by the time he has provided him whatever the jnanam is required. Now it was Ravan's responsibility to identify this jnanam and the karma bhala. Even though the jnanam was there because of the Maharshi has provided, had he worked on that, that means if he had become an upasak of the Maharshi and invoked his Chaitanyam in him and the Vaishvanara in him, the karma bhala, even though he was born for executing that karma bhala, that would have been vanished and he would have become absolutely mukti. But what happened? He utilized this jnanam to execute his karma bhala, moham, attraction and attachment, and he became an Asura, king of Asura. God, it is. See how it is. This is what the human being also does. We all have that Vaishvanara in us. Only thing it is not evoked properly. If it has been evoked properly and can utilize it, we can easily avoid the reflection on the karma bhala. For that, karma bhala should not be there. For that, renunciation has to be there, upasana has to be there. When that happens, automatically the layam takes place, then the traveling in that cycle is easy. That is the stage. After the seventh stage, there are other 5 stages, we said, no? After the 7th stage, there are 5 stages. Even though after becoming a Parabrahma Sakshatkari, he has to go further beyond that. Sannyasa Yoga, in that Sannyasa Upanishad, it will be there. Which goes beyond that, where he becomes traveling between in the cycle, traveling between the Purusha and the Prakriti. It keeps on going. And when he constantly travels quite a number of times, and what happens? He becomes absolutely purified. The agni becomes much more than the intensity of the traveling agent. He is no more able to, the area is no more able to accommodate him because he has become so powerful. Then automatically it merges with the Purusha. It's called layam. So the layam takes place. It becomes powerful. When the agni, something falls which creates a higher temperature immediately, it explodes and the spark goes out of the normal function. This becomes a spark because it is abnormally hot than the normal heat. Is why an explosion and sparking takes place, is it not? Same thing happens. So where it will go? Purusha. Where the spark will fall? He has to become a spark. He has to become much more than the traveling Vaishvanara. Then he becomes the layam. Got it? This is the process. Okay. This is to be understood properly and in the right sense, and one has to function for it. If it doesn't get the renunciation of the karma balas and karmas, it keeps on continuing like that. So that is why the spiritual path is necessary. Shloka will take next class. Oh, where is it? It is very important to know this. It's very important that you won't get the assimilated text in any book like that. It is divided into many books. You go into many books, you will get the same thing. Whatever I have told, it is there. But you have to collect it from many areas, then only you get the substance like what I have brought it into a capsule now today. Is very necessary to know. You can find out from any book. You can get it from here one portion you will get, from another portion from there. But the jnanam has to be complete. In order to do that, this if you can understand this today's talk absolutely and follow it, lots of benefits can be derived. We are still bogged down with Appa. Which Appa, Pani Puri.